she teaches how that part of the brain actually breaks and gives you the science behind it, so you can really understand what happens when, what she just said, when the consequence part is not connected. And I think it's a really valuable understanding. When you talk about compassion, you go, aha, aha.
So, very good. So what does that mean in for you in real life when this happens, when they say they've learned their lesson? Because you know this is truth, right? Because you can look at your own life experiences and go, yes, Heidi, I see that, because they've learned their lesson about 5,000 times. You know, they've said to you this many times, and you thought this was going to be the time, or this was going to be the time. So just know that learning, if I put my hand on a stove, I can learn that that burns. But if I have a compulsion to touch the oven, no matter what, that's the impulse that I need to work on, not the behavior of touching the oven. It's all the other things that are happening with me psychologically that know that that's bad for me, but yet I'm still attracted and compelled to do it. And that's addiction recovery. So an epiphany, ooh, that hurts, is not going to stop somebody from continuing down the road. So what I mean is the epiphany is the starting point, not the finish line. All right. So when somebody says, I've had enough, never again, the next follow-up question is, how can I support you in making that real? What can I do to support you? What do you need from me in order to help you? Would you like to help me to help you find a treatment center? You know, and the other thing is, we get confused because when we're in Al-Anon and things like that, we learn, well, it's not my job to fix it. And I can't, but here's the thing. You don't have control over this, but you have more influence than you know. And what that means is, when somebody says, I've learned my lesson, you cannot then expect this person to get on and Google search and figure out where they're going to go and go into treatment. Treatment requires hand-holding. Treatment requires a push.
Well, because when they're saying I've learned my lesson, they're saying that so they don't have to go to treatment.
Boom. Mic drop. Ding.
They're like, no, I learned my lesson. It's never going to happen again.
They're saying that to manipulate you. So the proper response to that is, great, I'm glad that that's set in for you. What's next? What's your next steps?
And if it's not getting treatment or something, I mean, I guess there's different levels here, but there's a lot of other recognition besides, oh, I'm not going to do it anymore.
How else do you get manipulated? Let's pretend we woke up in the morning and I had a bender. This is like one eye. I'm going to look over and like see what he's doing, to see like how, as the addict or alcoholic, to see like how apologetic I should be or what I should do. I'm going to look over at him and see what kind of mood he's in. This is codependency 101. And then dictate how I need to behave in order to placate his upsetness. So here's one of the ways. Ready? I know. I am the biggest piece of shit in the world. I cannot believe that I did that to you. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I don't know how you put up with me. Honestly, I don't know how you put up with me. I can't believe all the things that I put you through. And you're just such a fucking angel to me. And I ruin it all the time. And I just can't stop myself from doing it. It's like I want to so badly, but I don't know how you put up with me. I just love you so much. I'm so sorry. Boom. Boom. I could feel like an asshole in the morning. Okay. I
very likely do.
I very likely don't. But I know you're thinking I feel like crap. But again, an addicted brain doesn't recognize, it's like a narcissistic issue. Like you want a narcissist to see the error of their ways, just like you want an alcoholic to see the error of their ways. What they lack in addiction is like narcissism. It lacks the empathy chip, man, but it'll use it. It'll use that empathy chip to manipulate you to shut up and move along. All right. So I get up. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. I just want to beat myself up before you can. You know that move, right? You've seen this.
Well, it also becomes part of the abusive pattern where you're getting off on that as well.
Boom. Well, you're booming a lot today. How are you feeling about yourself?
I'm just playing along.
You're booming along. All right. So yes, what does Doug get addicted to in the morning? It's like, the most listen, the most addictive thing in the world, and research and scientists know this, how to get you addicted. It's not stability, it's not predictability. Oh, I can count on this thing. I know it's like, we're not addicted to the things that we can count on that are predictable. It's too boring. The biggest reward and the biggest addiction is intermittent reward. What that means is sometimes I get a good person and sometimes I don't. Sometimes you're nice and sometimes you're mean. You're a Jekyll and you're a Hyde. And you know who counts on that? Casinos. Ding, ding, ding. I pull down the thing. I get the little lines, and sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. Facebook. I scroll. I pull down the thing. Sometimes I win and sometimes I lose. And boy, when I get a hit, oh, I got a good one. And I don't. Let swipe. When he wakes up in the morning with an addict or an alcoholic and I go, I'm sorry, ding, 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 ding. And other mornings when I say, well, what are you looking at? Leave me alone. Go get out of here. It's like, he didn't get it. Next morning, sorry, ding, ding, ding. So what happens is you get addicted to the apology instead of looking for the change.
Or could be even addicted to then the fight.
Don't get addicted to the apology.
Yeah.
Be looking for the change. Well, you didn't boom me because I feel like that was like a
walking nuclear bomb going on all the time. I don't think
good way?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you not mic drop.
Okay, Doug.
I mean, I know
I'm going to let you out of this one.
No, but it's true.
That's a good comeback.
True. Tell me it's not true, friends watching this. You wouldn't be watching this and tuning in if she was not dropping the knowledge bombs and you getting like hit by shrapnel like all the time, and then nuclear fallout of wisdom because you're chewing on it when you leave. You're like, something you said, and then it just clicks into you later. How many times have you been driving along and then gone, now I see an even deeper like aspect of truth to what the truth bomb that Heidi just dropped.
Okay, well, you drove that home. You dug a grave and you buried it. Nice. Okay. Thanks. Okay, another one that families, we would hear all the time in treatment, when we're running the family program, they say things like, oh my God, I'm so relieved. Like you're the counselor, and I go, oh my God, I'm so relieved. What he said was these magic words that I've been waiting to hear my whole entire life. He said, I don't even want to drink. He doesn't even want it anymore.
Finally.
He doesn't even want it.
Well, we're done here now.
We're done. And you know what else he said, which I've been praying for? I've been praying for my whole life. He said, God healed me.
He found the Lord.
He's delivered. Now, are we making fun of religion? Yes, but not spirituality. Okay, because here's what happens.